So this is the inspiration shot for my first grade. This is from Gladiator. And using just a primary grade, using this shot here, I'm going to try recreate that dreamy-like color space. So we're going to start by applying a LUT, or a lookup table, to get us in a better color space to start the grade. This footage was shot on Blackmagic, so I'll be using a Blackmagic LUT. So we're going to take a look at the waveform from the inspiration shot and try get the waveform on our shot as close as we can. So to start this process, I'm going to go ahead and make another node, which is a corrector node, and label that exposure. Then I'm going to go down and take a look at the primary wheels and make changes with the offset, lift, gamma, and gain. And after tweaking with that for a little bit, this is now how the waveforms align. They're a lot closer, but there's obviously some differences in color. So we then compare the color warper to the inspiration shot, and we see how they match up. This time I'm going to be using the offset, temperature, and tint to try and match up the colors here. And just like before we make any changes, we want to make another corrector node, and we're going to label this one color balance and move it in. So yeah, after a little bit of changes, this is now how they line up. You can see they're a lot closer, and that results in the shots looking like this next to each other. For the second grade, I'm going to loosely base my shot off this shot from The Revenant. So this is the shot I'm working with. I'm going to skip a lot of the primary grade I showed you earlier, and here I also use the curves where you can make adjustments to specific aspects of the shot. So this is the result of the primary grade, but as you can see, the sky is way too blue. So we're now going to go into the secondary grade and fix that problem. This is the color slice tool where you can modify specific colors, and I'm obviously going to be looking at blue. And after just a little bit of tweaking, this is now what it looks like afterwards. As you can see, the sky is now white. However, the trees are too yellow and they're meant to be green. So in order to fix that, I'm going to use the color warper Hue saturation, where moving left and right will change the saturation and up and down will change the color. And as you can see, that's worked pretty well. This is now what it looks like. I feel like this is a lot closer to the inspiration shot. We got rid of the blue sky and turned the yellow leaves green. So for grade 3, I'm going to go more in depth for the secondary grading. I'm going to show you how to change the color of specific things on the screen without conflicting with others using parallel nodes. So I've already done the primary grade. I'm going to go straight into making the parallel nodes. So you want to make a corrector node and then right click that and add a node, parallel node. And as you can see, they don't feed off each other. They both take from the shot before. So the changes you make to each node will not affect the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and use the qualifier tool and select the cactus. I'm then going to try and narrow it down on the color of the cactus so I don't affect other colors on the screen. And once you're happy that you've selected the green, I'm then going to go ahead and use the window tool. And this will allow me to just select one specific cactus, otherwise it will affect all the greens on the radius of the screen. And now, using the offset, you can change the color of the cactus to any color you want. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at the blue. So this is what the shot now looks like, but I don't know if you noticed it. I've noticed it. This dog is just really rubbing me the wrong way. So I'm going to go ahead and change the color of that dog now next using the other parallel node. So I've already created a window around the dog, and I'm just going to use the qualifier tool again to select the dog and narrow down on the color of it. You can use the plus and minus to make adjustments to the selected area, and the feather plus and minus to make small adjustments. Now I can come back to the offset and start to lean it towards yellow, and there you can see the dog is now turning yellow.